Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to do a quick video to just talk about what's going to be happening tomorrow, July 18th, when we release Skuxx City, sort of the beta version of Skuxx City. So consider this phase one, and we're going to have about 3 phases to where we get to the complete finished product. But tomorrow I'll talk about what we've got in store. So the whole city is going to be open, including the real estate. People are going to be free to roam around, experience some of the mini games. So we've got Mind Nations have built us a really exciting and engaging mini game that will be pretty straightforward. So I don't actually need to go into too much detail about how to play the game. After a few days, if we're getting a lot of questions and concerns about the gameplay, then I can make another video. But I'm sure with our team that's going to be inside of Skuxx City, we're going to have moderators that they'll be able to make sure that that goes through efficiently. And then we've got the biggest thing I'm excited for you guys to see is how the buildings in the center of the city look, and how they're going to be used for future partnerships. And we've already got partnerships that are in some of those buildings and sort of leasing like a subdivided section for their NFT projects to get some exposure using the Skuxx City platform. And of course, they've paid us with the world token to use those sections of Skuxx City, which have been put onto the airdrops that are coming up. And some of the airdrops in the past have incorporated some of those like rental fees. The real estate, we're still in phase one, so it's not going to be allocated just yet, but it's going to give everybody the opportunity to see exactly what's in store for them. Whether they hold a red pass, a blue pass, you can look out at the town apartments and sort of townhouses. And then obviously when you see these gold mansions around, you'll know that any of those gold ticket holders are going to be accessing those once we move into phase 2 and 3. As well as the utility that comes with that real estate. So we've talked about this in the past, but some of the utility includes the ability to display your own NFTs. So if you own like a Grey Boy or Hero Galaxy, some of those cool looking NFTs, you want to put the art up on your wall, as well as a link that will take whoever's in your piece of real estate, it'll take them to sort of OpenSea, Looks Rare, XYZ, any of those exchanges or secondary markets that they can purchase from. And then of course we're going to be allowing event hosting inside of this real estate, so giving the holder and the owner the ability to host, let's just say, a poker tournament. And then as you being the house, you can kind of allocate rules, and so maybe 10% of the pot, you're playing with world tokens. And we've seen projects already doing this. Naked Paradise, that's a project I'm quite sure has been doing poker tournaments, and I'm going to be reaching out to them just with get sort of familiar with the blueprint. But we've already got our own style of how we're going to do this. I just want to find out for them what went good and what was some of the obstacles they faced. But as far as event hosting goes, we want to let you guys do whatever you want. I've already got lots of DMs with really cool ideas, especially from the golden token holders. We've heard things like mini golf, target shooting. Actually, I shouldn't give away all these ideas, but at the end of the day, like, even if some people share the same idea, we can use our Skuxx builders to make a unique style for you guys. That's another thing, is because we have this in-house team with the real estate. As we move into phase 2 and 3, you guys are going to be allowed to put your kind of unique touches on it and utilize our builders to work either for free, or if it's a very complex plan that you have, then we're going to get you the best rates possible. But the best thing to sort of hang your hat on is that as a token holder, you get exclusive access to our Skuxx builders, kind of like how do I put it, like as if you're getting your work done straight from the manufacturer. So I have no middleman fees. Skuxx doesn't take any sort of bridging profit from any of you guys that are holding a token. If you're not holding a token, that's a different story. But the Skuxx passes serve as utility within that Skuxx builds team, and I obviously I have them on a royalty contract, so they're getting paid regardless of what we figure out for you guys. So that's really cool, and I want you guys that hold passes to start doing some brainstorming. And it's not just the gold tokens. The red and blues, you'll be able to do the same. You'll be able to, you know, make some unique builds and infrastructure when it comes to your little plot of land. Essentially, guys, you can just bulldoze your house if you really want to and put something entirely new up there. I know that guys with multiple passes, that's probably what you're going to look at doing, because you probably only want 1 or 2 houses, or maybe 5, to have your, you may be displaying your art and allow for some sort of intimate event hosting inside those houses. But as far as the rest of them, you might want to end up bulldozing and putting a whole new theme on there. And that's what we encourage with Skuxx City and our Skuxx builders, is we want just so many unique experiences, not just as Skuxxverse owning them, but also you guys that are the holders. You guys, we want you to own some sort of business generating real estate, right? Some land that you guys can create a business model on top of, and that's what I'm really excited for. Yeah, going back to the inner Skuxx City, we're going to be trialing out our automobiles. So you're going to get vehicles that you'll be seeing around the city. You can jump in, sort of imagine like those electric scooters that you might be seeing in some of your real life cities, where you can just pick it up and go and whatever. And obviously those ones charge you, but ours will be free of charge. And we're just going to let you guys get comfortable with how the road works and how it get around from point A to point B. So yeah, we're going to be allowing those out for free. But then once we drop the real estate, there's going to be the ability to buy, sell, and trade these vehicles, and they're going to become their own NFTs as well. So we're going to be launching these on the Polygon network. But basically, we're going to have a whole sort of complex, you know, different pieces of automobiles that you guys are going to control, and you'll have your underground parking that you can place these things in when you're not using them. As well as going back to your real estate, we're going to be allowing you guys to have your own sort of unique passcodes, and so you can choose who enters and who doesn't enter. What else? Sorry guys, I'm off script here because I just wanted to get something out to you guys, and I don't want it to take too long. So what else can we talk about? The real estate, the passcodes, the automobiles. We've got the inner city infrastructure that is going to show you kind of how Skuxxverse makes extra yields for our airdrops, because 100% of those yields go to our airdrops. The mini games, so like I said, we're launching the Mine Nations mini game, and then Skuxx Builds is creating about 3 mini games exclusive to Skuxxverse. So with the Mine Nations, I've talked about it before, but we're going to be splitting, because they created this mini game for us and did all the, you know, developing and modifications inside of it, and the building as well. We're going to be splitting the in-game transactions 50-50. So Mine Nations is an up-and-coming project. They haven't fully minted out yet, but they're an incredible team, and I get along with them really well. And you guys were the ones that told me about the cool things that they were doing before I even reached out to them. And then we were able to come up with sort of a lucrative partnership that benefited both parties. So for that mini game, the transactions are 50-50. But then every in-game transaction that happens on the exclusive mini games that Skuxx Builds have designed, that will just be 100% yields going to those airdrops for our Skuxxverse token holders. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, guys. I don't expect it to go insanely smooth. I'm excited to just find out what kind of bugs are being abused and then fix them straight away. The massive thing when it comes to building and developing is maintenance. So once we trial this and we get, you know, hundreds and thousands of players unique inside of our Skuxx City metaverse, we're going to have some little issues to fix, and it won't take too long. But there's definitely people out there that are good at exploiting some of the bugs, and that's honestly a good thing. I'd rather get it dealt with straight away, and in fact, I will be rewarding people, not straight away, because there'll be so many, like realistically, because we're literally using you guys as our pioneers inside of Skuxx City to trial everything out. But after, say, week 2, once I'm more confident that we have fixed, you know, pretty much everything, then we're going to be offering awards for people to find more of these bugs, so that we can fix it and get this thing 100% smoothened out. That's what I was going to say. Voice proximity chat is good and well. So for those that don't know, voice proximity chat was a bit of an obstacle for a lot of NFT projects, including Skuxx City or Skuxxverse. But thankfully, with our elite Web3 developers that we have for our in-house team, they were able to fix that pretty quickly and create a solution. And so I'll talk more about that tomorrow when we release. But for now, tomorrow, just think of it more as a giant museum sort of art gallery, like that you just get to go and check everything out and have a look, and then you'll get to sort of brainstorm how you think different parts of Skuxx City are going to operate. You could be accurate, but maybe it's different to what we actually have planned. But tomorrow's just about experiencing and exploring Skuxx City, guys. So with that being said, I'm really excited to get everybody inside. You guys have waited so long for this. I've been waiting so long for this. This is the step one to years and decades of metaverse excitement and engaging experiences, guys. So really excited to have you on board, and we'll see how. I'm looking forward to the comments and the reviews tomorrow. We're never going to be too proud to think that we have it perfect. We know that we're going to be a work in progress for probably years to come, but that's just because we want to create it so that it's custom built for everybody's personal needs and requirements. Alright guys, I gotta get back to work. I've got someone calling me as we speak. I'm excited for tomorrow. Cheers.